Welcome back to my channel, LR Retro. Now, we will review the next chapter of Grappler Baki, the Warrior's Struggle arc. It's the chapter where the great Retsu Kaioh got knocked down by the champion Smoking Joe. Do you think Retsu will be able to get back up for the match? Let's find out. But first, please know that you can buy the new Grappler Baki volume collections, Baki the Grappler Season 1 and 2 DVDs, and Bandai's Grappler Baki figurine on the link on the description below. By buying, you can help the channel grow and release more Baki videos. Please subscribe and let's begin. The chapter starts outside the house of Hanma Baki. He is saying, "Thank you. Thanks to you, I got the concept." Chiharu replied, "Is that so? Well, I am glad you got it." He then thinks, what did he get? Hanma Baki. Is he saying there is a concept to this? There is only one way to find out. But what the hell is this feeling? It's as if there are two giant hands waiting to kill me. But still, he hasn't grown bigger. He isn't some kind of giant. He is not a giant. And he is not a monster. There are definite ways I can touch him. I will show you that my uppercut can reach you. The truth. That this is not a normal uppercut. This is a true A-class punch that is sure to take down even Baki. A punch like this is sure to take his head off his neck and render him out cold. However, his uppercut didn't knock him out. Instead, Chiharu broke his own fist. This is kind of bad of you. Baki. Then Baki threw a liver blow. But you know what? Baki. You truly are strong. For us too. This might be the last fight. Whoever made Baki into what he is. Can you defeat him? Or will you be defeated by him as well? But in the end, there is something different about him. Then the immortal Shiba Chiharu got knocked out cold. Baki continued. But our fight right now is just between two people. And it will only be settled once one of us admits that he lost. And that's how it is. Because the one who isn't able to get up after the fight, that will be the one to admit defeat. Until that moment arrives, there is no such thing as defeat. There is only looking up. Because the fight will keep going. That is what the two of us are engaged in at this very moment. Chiharu then said, "Baki, don't say a word. I want you to fight with me." But before he can finish, Baki suddenly threw a punch to his face, sending the immortal man flying in the air. Baki then thinks, "Chiharu, thank you. You truly taught me a lot. In a real fight, you don't have the time to stretch. To stretch before a fight. You truly are unique. I will show it to you." Shiba Chiharu. Shiba is confused saying, "Huh? Me? You? Yes, you are the one who wanted the fight, right?" "No. It's not something I simply wanted. I wanted to become similar to you. I needed to fight Hanma Baki." Baki replied. "And now, I too want to fight you as well. But how will this be settled? Because it seems that taking you down isn't enough. A fight to the death. Nah. I have this feeling that even death won't stop you. That's how it is." Then he shouted, "Do you really think you can mimic me just like that?" "I do. I can, and I will, Chiharu. Even before this, it was true that I could do that." "Why do you think that is?" "Chiharu, for the longest time, I have admired you." Then Chiharu became surprised. Because all of his fingers are broken. Baki then asked, "Was that something you didn't expect to happen?" That is Chiharu's flow. Then Shiba followed up with a strong kick. Baki is thinking, "I shouldn't take him down before he reaches me. That would be wrong. I need to fight the urge to just break him down. I need to pinpoint the exact place so that it will reach maximum potential. I need to be able to capitalize on that moment. Will that be proof to you that I can go with your flow?" You could hear it. You could hear the bones break. It was a complete surprise for Chiharu. It was the first time he could hear his bones break that loud. We now move on inside the boxing ring. The great Retsu Kaioh is currently being punched by the champion, shaking his brain really badly. and instantly knocking him down, putting the great Kaioh in a critical condition. Then he remembered Kaku Kaioh's words saying, "Well, what will you do when this happens? When it shakes this violently? I am certain that you will experience this at least once. Well, what will you do? There are blows that will shake your brain like this. When it happens, the world will seem twisted to you. If you wait, it will stop by itself. The effect of it will last about 5 minutes. And if it's a good hit, it could be 10 minutes. But you won't have that time if you are facing an enemy. So, what will you do? I will help you understand. In case you don't have the time to wait. Just meet it head on. Do you understand, Retsu? If it shakes like this, to stop it, you have to shake yourself. That is how you meet the violent shaking. You shake to stop the shake. There is no other way to stop it clean like this." We now go back inside the boxing arena. Retsu Kaioh is thinking. My ears. They stopped. My brain. It won't listen. It's hitting my skull over and over. I need it to listen to me. You. What kind of timing is needed to stop you? After I messed up. It seems I was hit in the head at least 2 more times. Then Retsu raises his fist. The timing. Meet it with the exact same force. Then Retsu Kaioh punched himself in the head, stopping his brain from shaking repeatedly. And he managed to stand up once more. Retsu continued. The timing. It was right on. What do you think of this chapter? Do you think the great Retsu Kaioh will now have a comeback against a formidable Smoking Joe? Comment down your opinion below. Special thanks to Stranger Dragons Prevail, Francois, The Real Zurvan, A Patreon of the Uts, Jacket, Johnny Might, JJF, OK, Vega Punk, Isam Harris, Awesome Swayable, Trond Becker, Will, Thomas West, Casey, Dead Fox 0606, John Vinovich, Ahmed Zoyer, Joshua Ash, Aiden, Mars Kane, Claudio Aguilera, Francisco Carrillo, Jaden Robinson, Carlos Rios, Reiner Braun, Tarek Abujaber, and Brennan. We really appreciate your help. If you want to support my channel, please subscribe to my Patreon, LR Shion. I will put a link in the description below. Our next video will be about Han Mabaki's naked eye versus Shiba Chiharu's fingers. Stay tuned.